Thanks to Claro for sponsoring this video. Between August 2013, when I looked like this, through to April 2020, so just a few months ago, I managed to lose £2,599 and 73 pence, which is around $3,500, over the course of a 7-year period, working literally thousands of hours across the various different side hustles I've had, from, the revision guides that I started writing when I was around 15, through to the start of my YouTube channel over the last year and a half. So having managed to lose money over the course of that 7-year period working on my various businesses, I'm gonna share how I finally managed to actually make some money on YouTube in 2020. And I'm gonna take you through all of the sources of revenue that I've managed to develop, from the guides that I wrote all those years ago through to the ads that appeared at the start of this video. So what's the point in making a video about how much money I've made? As much as I obviously expect people to take interest in the numbers, I think I just want you to kind of bear in mind as we go through this video that the money I am now making is a result of tons of hard work over a very long period of time, and also a direct result of having built up trust with you guys and having really put out content that shows the authentic me, and basically that just shares things I'm passionate about and genuinely interested in. So I guess my hope really is just that this video will show you what is possible in around a year and a half if you were to start your own creative or entrepreneurial journey, doing something on Instagram, TikTok, Medium, starting your own blog or your own YouTube channel. I was having this conversation the other day with my friend Nat, and he has, because I talked to him about how well this year had gone and how rewarding I'd found it making videos, decided to start his own YouTube channel about investing, for example. So yeah, I really hope that this video not only shows you how lucrative this can be, but really motivates you to say, okay, actually, maybe I'll give something a go. So having seen quite how little money I managed to make over the last 7 years, let's now dive into how much money I did actually manage to make on YouTube this year. First of all, YouTube ads, and these are the short ads that appear at the start and in the middle of videos. And I make, wait for it, the grand total of around 1p or 1 cent for every 5 views. So over the course of around 2.5 years until December last year, 2019, I'd made 25 videos, and I hadn't yet monetized my channel, I hadn't got enough watch time, and none of those videos had done particularly well. I hadn't really committed to producing anything consistently. The production value was horrendously low if you look back to my oldest views on my channel. And then in around November 2019, I decided to commit properly to doing this, bought myself my camera, and in December made a video about what it was like to be a corporate lawyer. That video did really, really well. It got, it skyrocketed my channel by my standards, and it got me over the 4,000 hours of watch time needed to turn on YouTube ads. And that meant that from December last year until February this year, I was making around £4 a day. I know, right? Then, having made another 10 or so videos, again, none of which had done very well at all, I released in February this year my day in the life of an investment banker video, which at least by my standards went pretty much viral. It had an amazing average watch time of around 5 minutes, which for me is a pretty magical number. And it turned out that that video then got, well, this year around 500,000 views. And ever since then, my channel's revenue has been on more or less a steady upward trend. Now, it's by no means huge, but the money I've made this year from YouTube ads alone has been double the £5,100 I made in my most profitable year in the last 7. So yeah, I think it's just the volume of people that I have access to on YouTube that has meant I'm able to get so much more traction and make that much more money than I ever was before. Lesson learned: the size of your engaged audience, that's the people who really genuinely know and trust you for free without having ever spent any money, who have got to know you, directly correlates with the amount of money you make. Takeaway: focus on growing an audience on a platform where you have the ability to reach thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of people, and build a genuine connection with them by being yourself, talking about a topic you really care about and that other people also care about. So total revenue from YouTube ads was £10,606 or around $14,300. So yeah, I'm really happy with how things have gone on YouTube this year. And that means I'm gonna be looking to reinvest some of the money I've made back into my channel, but also looking for smart ways to save and invest that money so it's not just sat in a savings account earning almost no interest. The problem I've had is that there are tons of tools for saving and investing, but I've never really found something that helps me understand my options when it comes to saving and investing. And that's where today's sponsor, Claro, comes in. Claro is a UK-based startup developing a digital financial coach that helps us understand the basics of personal finance. Claro's mission is to provide the education, community support, and tools we need to make smarter financial decisions. The main reason I love the sound of Claro is that it's like having a human in your pocket to help coach and support you through the world of finance. You can get access to a real human financial coach who will help match you to financial products that align with your own goals, timelines, and spending habits. Claro is going to produce tons of articles, videos, events, and courses to help normal people like us overcome the barrier of complex jargon and to allow us to begin saving and investing. I'm really excited by the app that the team at Claro are developing, so if you want to be one of the first to get access, you can sign up through the link in the description to join me on the waiting list to get the app. Registering your interest is completely free, and really coolly, they work in partnership with the Rainforest Trust and One Tribe to protect 25 trees for every person who signs up to the waitlist. Next up, we have a combination of my own products. So these are basically the study guides that I wrote when I was at school and university, of which I now sell very few, and my premium law notes, which I've put on my website for people to buy. So The Rules of Revision is by far my most popular book on Amazon, and I sold £613.23 of that, and it's published through a platform called Kindle Direct Publishing, which is owned by Amazon, and that basically lets anyone publish a book, which is pretty cool. And across the 4 other books that I've written, I sold a total of £200.06. That said, that is probably one of my most lucrative years on Amazon ever, basically just because I have a relatively large audience now on YouTube, and some of those people, only a relatively small percentage, but some of them go across to Amazon and buy my books. So again, the importance of building an engaged audience who know and trust you before trying to sell them anything. The rest of my revenue came from the ebook version of The Rules of Revision, which I got professionally designed back in 2017 for around £1,500, which to me at that time was a huge amount of money. But yeah, that now brings in some regular revenue, and also the premium version of my GDL notes. And big up the 7 people who bought my desktop and phone wallpapers, bringing in £9.25. The lesson learned here is that it's really tough to sell anyone anything in a world where so much, especially information, is free. And if we look at it from a purely monetary perspective, the takeaway is that I would have been better off putting in all of the time that I pumped into my books, writing blog posts, videos, creating content that would have impacted the lives of thousands of people for free, rather than just focusing on something I could sell. So when you take off Stripe fees, which is the platform I use to sell these products, that gives me a grand total of £5,209.75. So affiliate links allow you to send someone to another website and basically earn a commission off anything they then buy from that website. So I am an affiliate for Amazon.com, Skillshare, and Extra, purely on the basis that I can promote products I love on Amazon. From my desk setup video, for example, I am a Skillshare premium subscriber, and I absolutely love all of the Extra products I've ever received, from my wallet to my laptop case. I feel 100% genuine in promoting those things and saying I love them, and if I earn some commission from doing so, then all the better. Affiliate links would, if I could go back to when I first started my channel, probably be the source of revenue that I would prioritize first, because you don't have to produce anything yourself, and I found that these sorts of tools that I love, videos, are really popular, and it's really easy to then naturally integrate these affiliate links into those videos. So yeah, it's definitely a type of video I'm going to be prioritizing a bit more in 2021, doing tools I love in various different guises. So yeah, do look out for those and mash those affiliate links. Thanks. The lesson learned here is again that we need to obtain the trust of people, and that if you do so, opportunities to earn money will come from that. My takeaway is that when you're starting your channel, try to build in this web of affiliate links into videos that you're creating so that as time goes on, you have this web that can bring in revenue that grows and grows. Sponsorships are the last source of revenue I'm going to mention, and I can't go into too much detail on exact numbers month by month or sponsor by sponsor because it's against the terms of the contracts that I've entered into. But what I can say is that the vast majority of YouTubers and Instagrammers make the majority of their revenue from sponsorships. And this is something I've only really got into in the last few months and is going to be a massive focus for me in 2021. Basically, sponsors pay to have that little insert in your video talking about their product, as with Claro in this video. What I can say though is that across sponsorships on Instagram and YouTube, I made a total of £9,426 in 2020. So that gives a total revenue for 2020 of £26,831, which is roughly $36,250. But what you need to remember is that in the last 6 months, I've been paying an editor to do some of my editing for me. I've also got the costs of upgrading my gear. I've got London rent to pay, and also thousands of pounds of annual subscriptions to pay for. That said, it has been an insanely successful year for me by my own incredibly low standards from previous years. And I think most of all, like alongside making money, I've really enjoyed this year because I focused on making content about topics that I'm really passionate about and sharing mine and increasingly best personalities with the world. So I hope this video has shown you how much value you can create for yourself by committing for a couple of months at least to beginning your own creative or entrepreneurial project. And that value is not going to be purely monetary at the start. You'll take time to earn any money whatsoever, as I have done, as every creator has done. But I think if there's one thing you take away from this, is that it can be fairly lucrative quite quickly, but only if you focus on sharing your story in a way that is genuine, authentic, and that is designed to kind of help other people learn from what you've done in your personal experiences. And that could be learning to skateboard, it could be trying to get a job in the middle of this pandemic, it could be struggling at school and issues with mental health that you're going through, it could be anything. The problem, I think, is that people focus on money too early in their journey. Instead, I think trying to create content that will just help people and then looking for ways that you can monetize off the back of that is the best way to go. Thank you so much for watching, and do go and check out my productivity desk setup if you haven't already. And remember that you can sign up to join the waitlist for Claro through the link in the description. Speak again soon.